Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today, let's all watch this video together from start to finish. Hope you enjoyed a lot. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more amazing videos. I'm sure you'll love it. Manny turns 13 on this episode, only to realize he's missed out on his childhood. As a result, he tries to recreate it in the 30 minutes prior to a dinner with the family on his behalf. Few hilarious scenes. Manny tries to make a prank call and mix various sodas together. Neither experiment goes well. But Manny is comforted to realize that his loved ones are so immature in the end that he has plenty of time to be a child. Among those funny, immature acts, Jay and Gloria argue over the fact that she is disorganized, represented here by misplacement of her keys. But Jay eventually finds them in his own jacket pocket and tries to sneak them into his wife's purse. When she realizes what happened, she screams and later comes close to shooting Jay with a BB gun. Seriously. Meanwhile, Mitchell is angry at Cam for taking so long in the mall when they need to buy Manny a gift and make it to his dinner. But Cam keeps stopping for various reasons, including helping two old people get back together, until he discovers they were having an affair. The tables soon turn and Cam grows peeved at Mitchell because a flash mob dance breaks out and Mitchell joins in because he had been practicing with a coworker as a surprise for Cam. Is he happy with his partner for doing that? No, he can't believe Mitchell was dancing without him. You can have great fanatic content delivered right to your inbox. All you need to do is subscribe now. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. The funniest storyline. Phil and Claire took separate cars and raced to dinner. Phil ended up crying because Haley and Alex admitted they were sick of going to family camp, which then led to the daughters crying at the sight of their dad crying. Claire, meanwhile, got upset because Luke said he'd go with his father if his parents split up. The reason? Phil is more fun. So Claire set out to prove she was also fun, taking the race more seriously than ever. In the end, what else would you expect? They tied. Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today we're diving deep into one of the funniest, most heartfelt, and brilliantly written episodes of Modern Family. Season 2, Episode 8, Manny Get Your Gun. This episode is a perfect snapshot of everything that makes Modern Family so loved: chaos, comedy, heartwarming moments, and that perfect family mess we can all relate to. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's jump right in. The episode opens with Manny's birthday. Yes, the always mature for his age Manny Delgado has turned another year older, and he's feeling extra reflective. Instead of being excited like any other kid, he's sad because he thinks life is moving too fast. While other kids want toys or video games, Manny just wants to slow down time and appreciate every moment. Typical Manny. Wise beyond his years, but still hilariously dramatic. Cut to the rest of the family, and everything is pure chaos. The entire Pritchett Dunphy clan is running late for Manny's birthday dinner. And as always, their definition of on the way is more like still stuck in our own mini disasters. Jay and Gloria are arguing about directions because Gloria insists she doesn't need a GPS. Her woman's intuition is enough. Jay, of course, is losing patience as Gloria keeps taking random turns, insisting, "I know this street, Jay." Meanwhile, poor Manny is already at the restaurant, waiting, looking classy in his little suit and sipping a soda like a tiny businessman whose meeting got canceled. On the other hand, we have Phil and Claire Dunphy, who are having their own hilarious competition. The two decide to race each other to the restaurant. Phil in one car with Luke and Claire in another with Haley and Alex. Phil is full of confidence, declaring, "You're going down, Claire." But Claire is no less competitive. She's ready to prove she's the better driver and the better parent, and she's absolutely not going to let Phil win this one. The kids, of course, are just along for the ride, literally and emotionally traumatized by their parents' rivalry. Then there's Mitchell and Cameron. These two, as always, steal every scene they're in. They're running late because they got caught up at a mall fountain. Yes, a fountain. Mitchell accidentally drops his phone in the water, and the two end up making a huge scene trying to fish it out. Cameron is being overly dramatic, as usual, worrying about germs and judging everyone around them, while Mitchell is trying to stay calm but failing miserably. Every single second with them is pure comedic gold. Back to Manny, he's calling everyone to ask where they are, and nobody's even close. He's disappointed, but tries to stay mature, though you can see the heartbreak in his little face. He even gives a speech to the waiter about how people should value time because one day you're sipping juice boxes, the next you're paying taxes. Only Manny could turn his own birthday into a life lesson talk. Now let's check on Jay and Gloria again. Their argument over directions reaches legendary heights when they end up driving in circles. Gloria refuses to admit she's lost, and Jay can't resist making sarcastic comments. "I guess your intuition is taking the scenic route," he says. Gloria snaps back. "Maybe your face is taking the wrong turn, Jay." It's chaotic, hilarious, and exactly what fans love about their dynamic. Meanwhile, Phil and Claire's race becomes dangerously competitive. Phil tries shortcuts, Claire takes highway routes, and both keep calling each other to boast about being ahead. But karma strikes fast. Claire accidentally drives past the restaurant, while Phil gets stuck behind a slow truck. The kids are groaning, yelling, and just wishing their parents would act normal for once. Haley's like, "Mom, it's not the Olympics," and Luke shouts, "Go Dad, we can still win madness on wheels." Mitchell and Cameron finally arrive at the restaurant, soaking wet, frazzled, and embarrassed. And what happens next? The universe gives us the sweetest full circle moment. Manny stands up to give a heartfelt birthday toast. He talks about family, about how people rush through life, always running from one thing to another, forgetting to enjoy the moment. As he speaks, we see flashbacks of everyone racing, yelling, and stressing. It's emotional, funny, but genuinely touching. For a second, even the audience pauses to breathe. The camera beautifully cuts between all three cars and the restaurant. The family, despite their chaos, starts realizing that Manny's right. Life moves fast, and sometimes we forget to appreciate it. Then, in true Modern Family style, everyone arrives at the restaurant at once. Doors slam, people shout, and it's an explosion of laughter and relief. Jay yells, "We made it." Claire shouts, "I won," and Phil goes, "You cheated." Manny just sighs and smiles like the wise old man he is in a 13-year-old's body. The end. Manny gives the perfect closing line. "Sometimes we're so busy racing, we forget why we're racing in the first place." That single quote ties up the entire episode's theme in one powerful sentence. The family laughs, hugs, and finally settles down for dinner. We get one last heartfelt moment of Jay putting his arm around Gloria and Manny, smiling proudly. And that's when you realize, beneath all the chaos, competition, and comedy, this show is all about love, togetherness, and family. And that wraps up our recap of Modern Family Season 2, Episode 8, Manny, Get Your Gun. This episode is a masterclass in blending humor and heart. It reminds us to slow down, appreciate the little things, and enjoy the people around us. Even if they drive us absolutely crazy sometimes. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Modern Family throwbacks, behind-the-scenes trivia, and full episode breakdowns. Stay tuned, because next we're diving into another unforgettable moment from everyone's favorite chaotic family. And as everyone finally sits down at the table, the chaos slowly turns into laughter. Gloria is fixing Manny's tie. Jay is trying to look calm after nearly losing his patience, and Phil and Claire are still debating over who technically won the race. Mitchell wipes water from his phone and says, "You know what? At least we're all together. That's what matters." Cameron adds dramatically, "Yes, even though we almost died in a mall fountain, it was worth it for this moment." Everyone laughs, the tension melts, and that warm Modern Family feeling returns. Manny clears his throat and starts another small speech, because of course it's Manny. He says softly, "Birthdays aren't about how old we are, but about who we're with." For a second, everyone actually listens. Gloria smiles proudly, and Jay raises his glass to toast him. It's funny, it's sweet, it's everything you expect from the Dunphy-Pritchett household. Then the waiter arrives with a massive cake, shaped like a little globe, because Gloria told the bakery, "My Manny, he's a man of the world." The family sings happy birthday, slightly off key, and the camera pans across each face, joy, chaos, love, and all the quirks that make this family unique. Phil accidentally blows out one of the candles himself, saying, "Oops, that's for luck, right?" Claire rolls her eyes but can't help laughing. Luke tries to sneak frosting with his finger and Gloria shouts, "Luke?" "No," while Jay secretly does the same thing 2 seconds later. Classic Modern Family. Cut to a few moments later. Dinner is over, and the group starts sharing stories. Mitchell tells the fountain tragedy again for the 5th time, exaggerating every detail. Cameron keeps interrupting with dramatic hand gestures. And then I said, "Mitchell, don't touch it." But he did, and splash. My whole outfit ruined. Everyone bursts out laughing. Haley scrolls through her phone, pretending not to listen but giggling quietly. Then Phil stands up and says, "Okay, since it's Manny's birthday, let's all say one thing we've learned this year." Claire immediately rolls her eyes. "Oh no, not one of your motivational family games again." But Phil insists, "Come on, it's tradition. Let's share the wisdom." Jay goes first. He says, "I've learned that sometimes it's okay to let someone else drive, even if they don't know where they're going." He glances at Gloria and everyone laughs. Gloria smirks and says, "Knew where was going." Eventually Claire adds, "Learn that should probably not turn every car ride into a competition." Phil interrupts, "Yes, because would have won if it wasn't for that truck." The kids groan again. Haley says, "Learn that my parents are insane." Luke proudly adds, "And learn that race cars are awesome." Manny smiles and says, "Learn that it's okay to slow down, even if everyone else is in a hurry. Sometimes you just have to enjoy your soda and wait." The camera lingers on him as everyone claps softly. Proud of their little feel-as-off moments like this are why Modern Family is more than just comedy, it's reflection. It shows how every argument, every silly race, every wrong turn eventually leads to love. The show captures what real family life feels like, imperfect, messy, but unforgettable. As the episode nears its end, the camera moves to the parking lot. The sun has set, the sky glows orange. Phil and Claire stand beside their cars, still joking about the race. Jay lights a small cigar and watches Gloria laugh with Mitchell and Cameron. Manny stands a few feet away, looking at everyone with a small, peaceful smile. The voiceover narration begins, Manny's voice. He says, "Families fight. They rush. They forget to breathe. But at the end of the day, we always find our way back to each other." Phil helping Luke tie his shoelaces. Claire taking a group photo, yelling, "Smile, or I'll ground you all." Gloria fixing Jay's shirt collar. Mitchell and Cameron arguing over parking tickets. And Manny quietly blowing out the last candle on his cake. Background music swells. A soft acoustic guitar version of the Modern Family theme plays. The camera zooms out, the restaurant lights glowing, laughter echoing, everyone walking together toward their cars. And then comes the final punch. Luke accidentally sets off the car alarm. Everyone jumps, chaos breaks out again, and Jay shouts, "Can't we have one peaceful minute?" Manny smiles and says, "Not in this family, Grandpa." Fade to black. The audience laughs one last time, and that's the beauty of this episode. Manny Get Your Gun isn't just about a birthday, it's about growing up, slowing down, and realizing that even when everything goes wrong, family makes it right. Every storyline, the race, the wrong turns, the arguments, ends in the same place. Love, laughter, and togetherness. For fans of Modern Family, this episode remains one of the most rewatchable of the entire series. It captures each character perfectly. Phil's childlike enthusiasm, Claire's competitiveness, Jay's dry humor, Gloria's fiery heart, Mitchell and Cameron's drama, and Manny's poetic soul. It's everything we love, packed into 22 minutes of pure family chaos and warmth. So if you're watching this recap right now, take a little advice from Manny. Put down your phone for a moment, take a breath, and look around. You might be racing, but life isn't always about winning. It's about who's in the car with you. And that's it for today's recap, everyone. If you laughed, smiled, or remembered your own crazy family moments while watching, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more Modern Family episode breakdowns every week. Drop your favorite Manny quote in the comments below, because we all have a little Manny inside us. Until next time, stay kind, stay chaotic, and never forget to slow down and enjoy the ride. Thanks for watching. This was Modern Family Season 2, Episode 8, Manny, get your gun. Now that we've seen the full story unfold, let's slow down for a moment, just like Manny wanted. This episode may look like a chaotic birthday gone wrong, but when you look closely, every scene tells a different story about family, pride, and growing up. Let's break it down, character by character. Phil Dunphy, the eternal kid at heart. Phil's storyline is hilarious because it's so real. He's the kind of dad who wants to win every silly race, turn every moment into a game, and still somehow teach his kids about life. In this episode, we see Phil at his most competitive, zooming through streets, shouting, "Let's do this, buddy," to Luke, as if they're in Fast and Furious, Family Edition. But deep down, Phil's not racing Claire. He's racing time. He wants to be the fun dad forever, afraid that his kids are growing too fast. It's comedy on the surface, but emotion underneath, the very essence of modern family. Claire Dunphy, perfectionist, mother, and silent superhero. While Phil drives with chaos, Claire drives with purpose. She wants order, control, victory, and yes, to beat her husband in a car race. But what's beautiful about Claire's arc is the moment she realizes that her obsession with winning makes her miss the actual joy of being together. The moment she slows down, smiles, and laughs again, that's her growth. Claire shows that love and competition can't coexist forever. Sometimes you have to pick laughter over control. Pritchett, the grumpy but golden-hearted patriarch. Jay begins the episode as the classic frustrated dad, arguing with Gloria, cursing the GPS, and just wanting peace. But by the end, he's the calm observer. He sees his family, loud, crazy, messy, and you can almost see pride in his eyes. Jay doesn't say much, but when he looks at Manny and says, "You did good, kid," it's one of those simple modern family moments that hits home. Gloria Delgado-Pritchett, passion personified. Gloria's energy in this episode is unstoppable. Her overconfidence about directions, her fiery temper, and her dramatic Spanish expressions, every second she's on screen is magnetic. Yet beneath the fire, she's deeply loving. She wants the best birthday for Manny. She wants Jay to trust her, and she wants her family together. Her chaos comes from love, and that's what makes her shine. Mitchell and Cameron, the comedic chaos kings, and no one does mayhem like these two. The mall fountain disaster is an instant classic, from Mitchell's panic to Cameron's exaggerated shrieks about germs. Their chemistry lights up the episode. But what makes it so touching is how, even in their panic, they stay a team. It's funny, relatable, and filled with love, exactly why fans adore them. Manny Delgado, the heart of the episode, that it's his birthday, but he feels old. The irony is that Manny's the wisest of them all. He worries about time, about growing up, about how fast life passes, things most adults ignore. His emotional maturity, his quiet sadness, his calm speech at the restaurant, that's what gives this episode its emotional punch. Manny reminds us all to stop chasing, to look around, and to enjoy the people sitting next to. And that brings us to the deeper message, time. This whole episode is one big metaphor for how families race through life. Jay and Gloria's wrong turns show how pride can slow you down. Phil and Claire's competition shows how ego distracts from love. Mitchell and Cameron's fountain chaos shows how tiny distractions can swallow our day. And Manny, he's the voice of reason, telling us to breathe, that's why this episode stands out in the entire Modern Family library. It's not about a big dramatic event. It's about the small, ordinary things that make life meaningful. It's about the seconds we lose fighting, the minutes we waste proving we're right, and the moments we forget to enjoy while they're happening. Voice warmer, cinematic build. Now let's revisit some of the funniest and most iconic moments. Phil shouting, "We're winning, Luke," while completely lost. Claire realizing she's been racing in the wrong direction for 10 minutes straight. Gloria yelling at Jay, "You trust a robot over your," with Cameron screaming, "My shoes are designer," Mitchell, while knee-deep in fountain water. Jay whispering to Manny, "You know, kid, when was your age, didn't even think this much." And finally, Manny's legendary quote, "Sometimes we're so busy racing, we forget why we're racing." Each moment gives you a reason to laugh. And then, the end, when the whole family sits together, something magical happens. They stop being characters and start feeling like your own family. You see your mom in Claire, your dad in Jay, your friend in Phil, your fiery aunt in Gloria, your witty cousin in Manny. That's the power of this show. It holds a mirror to all of us. And maybe that's why Modern Family became one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. Because behind every joke, there's truth. Behind every chaotic scene, there's love. And behind every laugh, there's a reminder that time is short, but family is forever. So next time you rewatch Manny Get Your Gun, don't just laugh at the chaos, feel the heartbeat behind it. Because that's what this episode is, a love letter to family, imperfection, and time itself. Before we wrap up, tell us in the comments, whose storyline hit you hardest in this episode? Was it Phil and Claire's crazy car race? Jay and Gloria's fiery argument? Or Manny's soulful reflections? And if you love this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for the next episode recap, where we explore the Dunphy family's holiday chaos in Season 2, Episode 9, Mother Tucker. Until next time, stay happy, stay grounded, and remember, even when life feels like a race, take a Manny moment, slow down, breathe, and love the people riding with you. Before we wrap up our full breakdown of Modern Family Season 2, Episode 8, Manny Get Your Gun, let's dive behind the scenes, because the stories that happen off camera are just as fun as what we saw on screen. Did you know this episode was directed by Michael Spiller, one of the most experienced Modern Family directors, who went on to win an Emmy Award for his work? His signature style, handheld camera movements, fast cuts, and overlapping dialogue is what makes this episode feel so real and alive. And here's a cool detail. The entire car race sequence between Phil and Claire was shot over 2 separate days on different streets of Los Angeles. The cast later joked that filming it felt like a family road trip gone wrong. Ty Burrell Phil even improvised several lines, including the iconic "We're winning," Luke, which wasn't in the script. Sofia Vergara, Gloria, also revealed in an interview that she really did argue with the GPS during shooting. Not scripted, totally real. The producers loved it so much they kept it in. Now let's uncover a few hidden gems you may have missed the restaurant scene. Manny's tie pattern matches Jay's pocket square, a subtle symbol of their father-son bond. The number 8 on the restaurant door is the same as the episode number, Season 2, Episode 8. Coincidence? Probably not. During Manny's birthday speech, if you listen carefully, you'll hear soft background music that's actually a slowed-down piano version of the show's main theme. It was composer Gabriel Mann's little gift to fans who noticed details when Mitchell drops his phone in the fountain. Cameron yells, "Save it, it has all my pictures." That line foreshadows a later Season 3 episode where Cam actually loses his phone, a small continuity joke the writers planted early. And finally, here's the emotional heartbeat of it all. This episode is more than a birthday party. It's a mirror of our own lives. We spend so much time chasing things, promotions, deadlines, likes, success, that we forget to stop and just exist. Manny, at only 13, reminds us that growing up doesn't mean rushing forward. Sometimes it means slowing down enough to feel grateful. The lights are dim. The restaurant is quiet now. The family has left. A waiter clears the last table where Manny sat. There's an empty glass of soda and a half-melted candle still flickering. The camera zooms in, and you hear Manny's voice one last time. Time flies when you're not looking, so maybe we should start looking. Fade to black. The Modern Family theme plays one final time, gentle, warm, nostalgic, and that's how Modern Family turns a simple 20-minute sitcom into something timeless, a comedy that laughs with us, not at us, a story that grows.